What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day today. My day is pretty good. Hope you had a blessed day. I got a story for you out of Mississippi. But before I go into my part of the story, watch this video real quick.
Fugitive on the run for reportedly killing his own mother and two sisters over the Mother's Day weekend was shot and killed this morning by Arizona State troopers. It happened on Highway 191 between Morenci and Clifton. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is here with details on how law enforcement was able to get this guy.
Mark, police say the murders happened more than 1,000 miles away in Mississippi and believe the suspect was doing everything he could to get as far away as possible. A mom and her two daughters killed in cold blood by their own son and brother.
This is a terrible situation.
That's according to Police Chief Brian Myers with the Ridgeland Police Department out of Mississippi, where he says the three women were murdered.
We've never had a triple homicide. For sure, this is a new one for us.
The suspect, identified as Ivory James Welch III, took off. Within 24 hours, Myers says Welch drove all the way to eastern Arizona.
I think he was just driving to create distance.
Despite the distance, Chief Myers reveals how they were able to find him.
We had the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force tracking his cell phone.
A tool retired FBI Special Agent Michael E. Anderson says is key in finding fugitives.
Since they can track a cell phone to within 4 to 5 feet. So it's used very often in fugitive type cases or other cases where you're trying to geolocate someone.
The Arizona Department of Public Safety says Welch was spotted in the Safford area Monday morning. They finally caught up to him on US 191 near Morseni.
They tried to pull him over and he got out with a gun.
Mississippi police says Welch opened fire at DPS. However, officials with the department tell 12 News they cannot confirm that at this time, only saying Welch reportedly showed a gun and troopers opened fire. Welch was shot and killed at the scene. No troopers were hurt. Chief Myers says they are still trying to figure out a motive behind this triple murder, but says they learned that the suspect and the victims had some sort of argument shortly before.
Man, that's a shame when you look at it. Here's a report from the news. A Mississippi man killed his mother and two sisters on Mother's Day, according to authorities. Ridgeland Police Chief Brian Myers said officers received a call about a triple homicide around 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. Officials said the victims were identified as 76-year-old Ida Thomas Welch and 56-year-old Vicky Renee Welch, and also 42-year-old Crystal Lynn Welch. An arrest warrant was for Ivory James Welch III was obtained. And the U.S. Marshal Task Force began searching for him. Authorities said he managed to travel to Arizona before being located by troopers, where he was killed in a shootout. It's just crazy when you look at that story, then on Mother's Day, this man killed his mother and his two sisters. I don't understand how evil-minded you got to be to even do something like that, man. It's like your mother and your two sisters. Now, they said in a news report that I read that there was an argument that was in place before that even happened. And this man somehow travels to Arizona. Whoa. Way from Mississippi. This man was on the run. And it's just all the demonic spirits and mindsets that's going on with people these days. You can't even be up under your own family because they might try to kill you or try to do something to you. And my condolences go out to the family of those three women that was killed, even though that was killed by a family member. I guarantee whatever the argument was over, this man could have went and just separated himself from the family. When nobody's business, they go their way, he go his way. But no, you got some people like that is uncivilized in this world that'll turn around and do something like that to their own family members. Stuff like that went on in the Bible. Cain killed Abel, killed his own brother. So there's nothing new that's going on out there. So you're not even protected around your own siblings. He killed his own sisters and his own mother. Ain't no telling what they've been dealing with this guy growing up. He probably been a case the whole time. And you got to protect yourself. You know, if women need to have a gun on them or something to protect them, learn how to protect themselves some type of way. I guarantee you, there was some type of family member knew that he was going to do something like that. Somebody would have been done did something to him or tried to stop him. You know, and on Mother's Day, a special day that he's supposed to be loving his mothers. You know, I guarantee his sisters may have been mothers, but his mother is sure enough a mother because she had him. And somebody should have did something to him. And this man had a shootout on the highway with the police, so he had a death threat already from the get-go. Don't know what type of mindset this guy even had. So he get in a shootout with the police, and they end him. They offed him right on the interstate. As you see on the video, the police car had a standoff with him. And this guy was just ready to give up on life and rather take his mother and his two sisters along with him. So he cared nothing about himself nor his sisters. I guarantee he probably looked up in his mother's face one day or his sister's face and told him he loved him. Or he was going to be there for him. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he been the case altogether. But this special day, he want to do something like that. And like I say, my condolences go out to the family because they didn't deserve anything like that. This guy could have done everything else other than that. And the men these days are just straight up trash, man. They don't want to protect their mothers and their sisters. They're straight up trash and stuff these days. They're too busy doing all type of other things that doesn't even mean anything. I guarantee this guy probably had to been on some type of drugs or something because he's a losing on his brain to even do something like that. Just the thought of it just make me just cringe up and say, how in the world could I do something like that? I'm supposed to be there to protect them. I'm supposed to be there to encourage them, to look out for them, provide for them, be a man in the family. You know, and you got men like this that make people look bad, especially a black man. You know, I see stuff like this, I'm like, man, you know, I know race ain't got nothing to do with stuff like this. It really doesn't even matter. But I guarantee, man, something could have been done about this. And this is a sad case to even read something like in the story, especially as a black man doing something like that to his family. You know, you rarely even hear stuff like that. I guarantee it goes on a lot, but you rarely even hear about it. And that's why I say this guy had to be on some type of drugs or losing on his mind, a demon possessed or something going on with him. And that's my thoughts on the story about that. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment of what you think about this story. Hope you have a blessed day. So protect your mothers and your sisters. Just protect your family, period. Whatever your race is or whatever. Don't want to have to read about something like this on the news about you. Have a blessed day.